same factor. So let's try. We need to multiply to 4 times negative 1, which is negative 4. We got to multiply to negative 4 and add to 8. All right, we got to multiply to negative 4 and we got to add to 8. Well, that's 1 and 4, except it's got to be negative, so the smaller one has to be negative. So when we add negative 1 plus 4 is 3. That's positive, but it's not 8. And then you get negative 2 and 2, which is 0. Doesn't factor, right? Doesn't factor. So instead of factoring, we're going to use quadratic formula. Here, A is going to be 4, B is 8, C is negative 1. We're going to substitute it into the quadratic formula. So we get x equals the opposite of b, negative 8. Always substitute with parentheses, plus or minus the square root of b squared. That's going to be 8 squared minus 4 times a. A is 4. C is negative 1. All divided by 2 times a. A is 4. Always substitute with parentheses. All right. And the last thing you have to do is just simplify everything. So a negative times 8 is negative 8, plus or minus square root of 8 squared, that's 64. Minus 4 times 4, that's negative 16, times negative 1 is a positive 16. All divided by 8. All right. And now we just got to do the addition, and then we have to simplify the square root. So that's going to be negative 8 plus or minus the square root. 16 plus 64 is going to be 80 divided by 8. All right. Now we got to simplify the square root of 80. So the square root of 80, right? Remember what we're looking for? We're looking for this number to be divisible by 4, 9, 25, 49, or 121. Those are the 5 numbers we're looking for, right? Most likely it's going to be the first 3. All right? Well, 80 is divisible by 4, so it's the square root of 4 times the square root of 20. Well, we know what the square root of 4 is. Square root of 4 is 2. Square root of 20. Square root of 20 is the square root of 4 times the square root of 5. Well, we know the square root of 4. The square root of 4 is 2, so we get 2 times the square root of 5. That's 4 square roots of 5. That's 4 square roots of 5. All right, and as you practice, as you go through this, you will get so much better at it. All right, so keep on practicing. Keep on practicing. All right, so let's replace it. We get x equals negative 8 plus or minus 4 square roots of 5. 4 square roots of 5 is the same thing as the square root of 80. We simplified that square root. And then we got to distribute the division. Distribute your division. So you're going to end up with negative 8 divided by 8. X equals negative 8 divided by 8 plus or minus 4 square roots of 5 divided by 8. X equals, well, negative 8 divided by 8 is negative 1 plus or minus 4 square root 5 divided by 8. This can be reduced. Top of the fraction is divisible by 4. Bottom of the fraction is divisible by 4. So we're dividing top and bottom by 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1. So you're left with 1 times the square root of 5, which is just the square root of 5. And 8 divided by 4 is just 2. All right, so this is what your answer is going to look like. X equals negative 1 plus or minus square root 5 divided by 2. All of these are multiple choice. So you'll select the multiple choice answer that has negative 1 plus or minus the square root of 5 divided by 2.